Hey everybody, this is Nolan Smith with Pastrami Nation, the meat of pop culture. Here with an action figure unboxing and review from Panda Mony Toys Alternation Quillroy. Thank you to Panda Mony Toys for sending this over. I did do a review on Albert 7 earlier, and now we're checking out Quillroy, which is far bigger than Albert. So there's a comparison of the figures. But our focus today is on Quillroy. So there's looking at the box. Wow, this is going to be quite the figure. So let's go ahead and pop this sucker open. We have a trading card on the inside, which is really cool. And let's go ahead and slice open this figure. Alright. So before we get into the actual accessories, we'll talk about the figure. And wow, this is a meaty figure, guys. So this is Quillroy. And you'll see a full photo gallery at pastramination.com. So looking at this figure, he has ball jointed shoulders, he has articulation at the wrist and elbow, he has a ball jointed head, he has articulated legs, ankle, knees, and cool little molding to him. He has headphones hanging off of him. So let's talk about the sculpt, guys. Very, very awesome sculpt here on Quillroy. And then there's the quill of Quillroy. Paint apps are amazing, just like they were on Albert. No sloppiness to the paint whatsoever. This is a very high quality figure. And you see very cool monster-like feet. And actually the quills on the back are articulated as well, which is pretty cool when you think about that. Again, I jumped in cold to alternation, so I have not checked out the website for the story or the graphic novel. I went off of this based off the design alone, and the recommendation from one of our Pastrami Nation fans, Mr. Jason Bean, who recommended alternation, and I gotta say I'm really glad he did, because these are amazing figures. This has slightly less articulation than Albert, but of course it is a bigger figure. Let's take a look at what he has for accessories. This weight bar chain thing is really cool looking. You have a compound bow, and then you have the different arrows used in the bow. So overall, when you think about this figure and you think about the packaging, which really awesome packaging that will stand out at a convention. I love the shape of it. I love the sturdiness of it. They arrived in a wonderful condition. To the actual figure, this is Quillroy. And I'm going to say, based off of the packaging, paint apps, sculpt, and articulation, I would give Quillroy slightly lower rating than Albert, but his mass and detail, like the detail on the back, the detail on the face, more than makes up for the lack of like waist articulation. So just like Albert, Quillroy gets a 9.0 out of 10. Very impressed with this line. I would love to see more of these. And I know there's a few figures that are still out in Wave 1, and I'll definitely have to track those down. So this is a 9.0 out of 10. This review is being filmed at Linebreakers, the best comic book and gaming shop in the high desert. Make sure to follow them on Facebook and Instagram and visit them online at comicbooksurplus.com. Pastrami Nation is the meat of pop culture, guys. So comic books, movies, video games, toys, cosplay, conventions. If it's cool, we try to cover it. Visit us online at pastramination.com, as well as on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Pinterest. Again, thank you to Panda Mony Toys for sending over Quillroy. Beautiful figure. I highly recommend it. A lot of people think toys are just for kids, and though this does have a lot of playability, you got to think of the art involved in this too, and there's so much that goes into this. So kudos to the team. Wonderful job here. Make sure you visit Panda Mony and Alternations on Facebook and Instagram, as well as their website. Signing off, this is Nolan Smith with Pastrami Nation, the meat of pop culture.